The West and East clash in the world's first international Summer Duels tournament. 5 rank 1 players from the West duke it out with 5 rank 1 players from the East. The tournament consists of 5 matches, with each player playing 1 match. The team with the most wins at the end wins the tournament. Now let's introduce our teams. The first member of Team West is the free-to-play master, Ilya. Ilya has proven countless times you don't need every new toy to reach rank 1, and is the player responsible for reinventing Valencia Pala. Our second member is Ashru, a smart player known for their innovative teams and powerful openings. Team West's third member is the Beast Master Gyre. Gyre is known for their powerful beast teams, with Nyla leading the charge. The fourth member of the team is Fieria, a community-focused player who loves team and unit building alongside their friends on Discord. And the final member is Super Pokagao, a massive Claude sim who used him to reach rank 1, and also one of the best Summer Duels coaches in the entire game. On Team East, we have 2 of the legends of SD and a few players I don't know the most about, to be honest. But I do know they are all top tier Summer Duels players. We have Henry and Rayuna, a massive Eastern Summer Duels streamer known for their unconventional strategies and unit choices. Then we have Nia and Belle, and finally the one and only, the SD legend himself, Dark. Dark is known for being one of the best Summer Duels players in the game, and is infamous for their teams, which have become positives everybody copies. They're also known for their meticulous play. Now let's quickly go over the rules, as this tournament is not your typical Summer Duels event. First, as I mentioned earlier, this is a 5 versus 5 tournament. Each player gets to know their opponent, but not their team. Whichever team has the most wins after 5 matches wins the tournament. Second, Duo Thor is banned. She's a very oppressive unit and changes how matches must be played, which doesn't suit this type of tournament very well. Third is one of the most important rules. Each team must use 25 unique heroes. An example of this is if Ilya uses Bridal Catria on Team West, the rest of Team West can no longer use Bridal Catria. This is very important because it allows the other team members to know what future team members can use, and with this information you can do some amazing mind games and predictions, if you know your opponent well, that is. The fourth rule is that there is no merges or summoner support allowed. The option in SD to turn these off is used, so this means this tournament is for the most part a completely equal battlefield. There is some unit and skill availability options to worry about, but merges will not have any influence on any of these games. Fifth, no legendary parrot buffs are allowed. And lastly, each participant gets 60 seconds on the timer for each turn. Now, let's move on to the final thing before the matches, discussing the map and the captain skills for the tournament. This tournament is taking place on the Central Garden map. This map is known for the trees in the center of the map, as well as the trenches found on the top and bottom. This map is unfriendly for cavalry units, as they have to essentially run around the map to engage on enemies, which does limit the angles from which they can attack. It's also very powerful for flying and warping strategies, as both of these things can ignore the movement hazards that the trees cause. Okay, the first of our captain skills is Flash of Steel, a captain skill that offers a ton of power, as it allows the captain to have a desperation effect where they can attack twice before the foe can counterattack, as well as a tempo effect for the captain and nearby allies, allowing them to get around guard, which is massive. This is exceptionally powerful with Bridal Catria or Winter Cordelia, as it allows the unit engaging to attack 4 times immediately, which is absurd and almost guarantees the death of whatever is getting hit. Our second captain skill is the new Headlong Rush. This skill offers the captain charge and Canto 1 starting on turn 2. As I mentioned earlier, warping on this map is really powerful as it gets around the trees in the middle, and this captain skill allows for very mobile openings and also for large threat range, which makes it easier to control the map. And our final captain skill is gonna be Adroit Captain. This gives out +5 speed to the captain and full null follow-up to the captain and allies within 2 spaces, though it is speed based. While it may seem a bit underwhelming, remember there is no merges in this tournament, so 5 speed is actually massive for a ton of matchups. Now let's get started with match number 1, Ilya versus Henry. On Team Ilya, we have Alir as the captain, running Adroit Captain, giving her no follow-up and that extra speed to make her a deadly frontliner when combined with her built-in charge. Then we have an Ilya staple, AoE Arval. I've made a whole video on how powerful this hero can be, so check that out for more context. We also have Support All-Star Bridal Catria, providing mobility and firepower via triangle attack. Duo Chrom to help charge up Arval's AoE and also help the action economy. And finally, Farseid Brave Edelgard with notably Hardy Fighter 2 to help deal with any specials proccing on the second hit. On Henry's side, we have Duo Chrom as the captain with a standard Summer Duels build. Harmonic Sonia, who is an all-star on this map due to her warping and map control, but most notably, she is running the new Guidance 4, meaning Sonia also provides massive teleportation for her entire team. Third is Winter Cordelia, performing a similar role to Brown Catra with mobility and firepower support. But then we reach the biggest pick of the team, Godo. Godo provides an extremely powerful AoE reduction, which directly counters Ilya's AoE Arval pick, and to add salt to the wound is running Pulse Tie, which will turn off Arval's AoE. And finally we have a Grima as their far save, running a miracle build. We start off turn 1 with the standard first move from Ilya, charging up Arval's AoE with the help of Chrom. And on Henry's side we have the exact same move, charging up Sonya's AoE, but also massively extending the range of the entire team thanks to Guidance 4. Ilya moves up Edo into a safe position while providing some far save protection. Henry immediately pops Sonya's Harmonic skill, which charges up Grima's Miracle, and Chrom's Deadeye, which is scary for Edo as she's running Hardy Fighter 2, meaning her Aegis is not fully charged and she could easily die to a one-shot. Ilya repos Edo into position, protecting the entire team with far save, but honestly is in a very difficult position here. Ilya's team is being hard countered by Goto, and Sonya is controlling the map with her massive range and Guidance 4. Henry makes a massive play, swapping Sonya with Grima. This gives Sonya uncontested control of the map, and Ilya's team is wide open to AoE. Thanks to the charge from Alir, Arval has an opening right now to AoE Sonya and Grima, but unfortunately Miracle protects Grima and keeps Arval from being able to secure the kill. Ilya doesn't have much of a choice, so they move up their Alir, but now Sonya sweeps in and destroys Brave Edelgard. Oh, and cripples Catra and Arval. While Ilya does get a revenge kill with Chrom, they're in a bad situation here. They don't have a far save to let them safely approach Henry's team, and Arval is going to have their AoE special turned off next turn thanks to even Pulse Die. Henry makes some final adjustments to their positioning, and Ilya ends to ensure they get the first action in round 2. Round 2 starts off with a lethal surprise from Henry. Remember, you do not know the enemy's captain skill until it activates, and Henry has Headlong Rush on their duo Chrom, giving him massive range and threatening both Ilya's Chrom and Alir. With no far save, Ilya has no choice to pull out Alir, but also give up the entire map control to Henry. Oh, and then Goto comes in and swaps, further extending Chrom's range. Ilya's back is against the wall. Ilya goes for the Harmonic skill, trying to force Henry to be the first to engage, but Henry follows suit and stalls with their own Harmonic skill. Ilya warps to safety with Chrom, but Henry swaps with Cordelia, putting Grima into position to protect the aggressive play incoming. Ilya makes the only play available and repos Alir into threaten Grima, but Henry pulls the trigger and blows up Alir with the Deadeye from Chrom. Ilya tries to get Catra in position for some warping next turn, but Henry ends action, making sure they get to act first. Chrom takes out Catra, and it looks like this is game over. Is there any way for Ilya to make a comeback? No! Grima teleports in and quads Arval, and ends any chance for Ilya to make a comeback. Team East wins the first match and takes a 1-point lead. Very rough match for Ilya. Team East definitely did their homework researching Ilya's playstyles and their use of AoE Arval, and it paid off. Let's move on to match number 2, Ashru versus Rayuna. We have Rayuna going first, and the captain of their team is Valencia Catra with the Headlong Rush captain skill. Catra is running a powerful offensive build, double stacking attack and speed unity thanks to Legendary Robin, and once again we have the new powerful Guidance 4 skill. We have even more unity stacking on Legendary Alm, who is also running attack speed low to get past those annoying buffs. The backbone of the team and the unit providing all the ridiculous amount of stats via grand strategy is Legendary Robin. Rayuna's 4th unit, Legendary Myrrh, is a tech option to stop warping thanks to her unique warp bubble effect, and can act as a powerful frontliner due to once again stacking unities. And our final unit is the far save of the team, Valentine's Lucina, who not only provides amazing positioning, but once again is relying on the power of unity to keep her speed high. On the other side of the arena representing Team West is Ashru, with their duo Asker running Headlong Rush. While Rayuna's team is abusing unity effects, Ashru is focusing completely on specials, thanks to duo Asker's ability to lower cooldowns by 2. Shez is able to quickly proc lethality on her second hit. Katie and Lynn not only provides the amazing terrain ignoring bonuses, but also is running an AoE build. Duo Nina is a spicy choice as she gets true damage based off the foe's debuffs, which works well into Legendary Robin as he is debuffing the entire enemy team. And finally, Ashru's far save is a pre-charged Miracle for Mortis. Ryuna goes first and begins to set up their formation as Ashru pops their duo skill on Duo Asker to charge the specials. Both Ryuna do some quick positionals to get their units into position, very safe opening from both sides, but then Ashru takes a nice offensive action using drawback with Femortis to let Shez get into attack range. But it doesn't seem like Shez can get the kill on Valentine's Lucina, so Shez steps back to make sure FOMO can transform. Ryuna gets the first action in round 2 and Future Vision's Legendary Robin to ensure that Lucina can negate enemy bonuses. FOMO takes a step back outside of threat range, and Mur swaps with Katria, extending her anti-warp range and taking over the front line. Ashru pops Katie and Lynn's harmonic skill, buying them some time. It seems both teams are slowly positioned back and forth, but Ashru takes an aggressive stance here with Lynn. Lynn is now in position to directly AoE Lucina next turn, and Ryuna makes one of the weirdest decisions and repositions Lucina away from the team, which moves her away from Robin's support. Ashru gets the first action this round and pops Nina's duo skill, which is also an interesting choice. It does give Nina an extra space of movement, but also debuffs the enemy team and inflicts panic on everyone except for Lucina, which is really bad considering Ryuna is unity stacking here. Maybe Ashru did this to make it easier to AoE with Lynn, I'm honestly not sure. Ryuna goes absolutely ham and repositions Mur directly into Lynn's face, and it seems Lynn is just barely missing the kill on Mur. How will Ashru deal with this situation? Ashru retreats Lynn back to safety, but Ryuna takes this chance with Future Vision Alm. Thanks to Guidance 4, Lucina is able to get back into position and put Alm in a position to threaten the enemy team. Thanks to the duo Nina skill, it seems Mir is ridiculously bulky with her unity effect, but she isn't covered by Lucina's far save, and Robin is too far away to apply Canto control. So Ashru actually has a small opening here, and Ashru goes for it, dealing some nice chip damage to Mur and retreating to safety with Canto Recall. The tables have turned. Alm is unable to secure a kill on Femortis, and if they try to chip damage Femortis, Nightmare will take effect and end this game. With no other options, it looks like Ryuna has to retreat or Duo Asker might just finish the job on Mur, so Mur escapes to the safety of Lucina. Ashru moves up Femortis, and I think this is to enable a sneaky play. Ryuna swaps places with Alm once again. Oh, and Ashru goes in for the reposition. Shez is in the front line. Ryuna has no melee attacks available now, so they're in a tough position as they have to get past Femortis to touch Shez. Oh my god, Ryuna goes for the attack on Femortis, but can't get the kill. Nightmare turns off Robin. Ashru is now in the driver's seat of this game, and Shez kills Lucina. Ryuna's far save is down and their team is open, but Ryuna gets the first turn. Can they turn this match around? Ryuna gets the revenge kill on Shez with Katria, but Ashru kills Alm with Lind. Now Mir kills Lind. Who will come out on top on this trading war? Asker explodes Katria with a massive bonfire, and then Nina finishes off Mur. Ashru secures the win over the infamous Ryuna. The tournament is tied and we're heading straight into match number 3. Our next match is Gyre versus Nia. On Team Gyre we have Captain Altina, but this Altina is quite different than normal. She's running a hit and run build with Headlong Rush Captain skill, doing her very best impression of Valencia Pala. And for the first time this tournament we have Guidance 4 for Team West. The second unit is going to be the very mobile Katie and Nino, with an interesting Windsweep build. After that we have Asker with a powerful frontline build, and Brave Crom with your typical offensive build, and finally Duo Duma running an Aegis setup with Dragon Wall. On Team East, Nia has chosen Ascended Celica for their captain with a Headlong Rush skill. Interesting build with the infantry pulse to provide Arval with that powerful AoE. The second unit is Arval themselves, once again abusing an AoE build. The third slot for Team East is Bridal Katria with Guidance 4. That's right, this Katria is the ultimate mobility support. She's going to be offering some insane range for Nia's team. And slot 4 is Legendary Crom, doing his best impression of Duo Crom with Cancel Control and Hardy Bearing. And finally we have a Duo Dumo far save as well, with this time running Distant Defense 4 and an interesting choice of Harsh Command Plus. Both players open up with a standard safe opening, getting their units into position, but this fate change on Nino puts her into a great position to threaten the enemy team due to her ability to ignore terrain. But Nia fires back with a really powerful move. The drawback allows Katria to slip into the front line while being protected by Duma. And thanks to Guidance 4, the range of Arval and Crom is absolutely massive. Nia has taken over the map. Gyre moves Duma in to protect their team, and Neo does the same. Wow, this is a really interesting move by Gyre. They move up Brave Crom to the top of the map. At the moment, Crom does threaten Katria and Legendary Crom, but Brave Crom will lose his bonus movement on the next turn. I think this has to be open up some room in the formation. Yes, that does seem to be the case as Nino repos Duma into position to protect the team and Crom. Nia makes a very smart move here and swaps Arval with Katria, extending the range into Gyre's team thanks to Guidance 4. Gyre's in an extremely difficult position now. They don't have a safe place to put Altina on this map. If they put her in front of Duma, then Nia can end turn and drop a triangle attack AoE on Duma and the entire team. If they put Altina next to Asker, she's wide open to get hit by Arval and taken out as well. Oh, and it seems that the clock has ran out and Auto Battle has moved Altina into the worst position possible as Chrom gets a free quad attack on her. Once again, if only Altina had 5 defense in her weapon, she would have won the matchup. Unfortunately, that seems that may be the game right there. Gyre's gonna have a hard time getting back into this without Altina to provide the warping. Both teams jockey back and forth for position, but Nia has the map under lock, and they go for it with a massive AoE, taking out Duma. Asker does get the revenge kill, but it's just not gonna be enough. And as Chrom kills Asker, the game is over and Gyre surrenders. Team East once again takes the lead 2-1. Our fourth match is Fieri versus Bell, and Team East is only 1 point away from securing the win for this tournament. Can Team West turn it around? It's all up to Fieri. For Team East, Bell has brought a powerful Cap Conga line featuring Brave Chrom as the captain with the Adroit Captain skill. We also have the evil Emperor Brave Seliph, Duo Dagger to provide that also powerful Pathfinder duo skill for everyone, the new meta Cav on the block, Spring Carla, who just destroys about everything she touches, and finally Asker to get as powerful as a frontliner as possible, but most importantly give out that sweet cooldown reduction for the entire team. But Team West has read Team East like a book. That's right, Fieri has brought a near save Brave Hector and Brave Dimitri to completely shut down this melee threat. The two frontliners are backed up with some powerful support in the form of Legendary Robin with Grand Strategy and Raphael to provide dancing and cooldown for the team's captain Yuri, who is running an AoE build with Headlong Rush captain skill. This match will all come down to how well Fieri can handle Carla and Dagger. If Bell is able to get Carla to kill Hector, this game swings wide open. Fieri has the first action and opens up with a safe repo. But Bell goes all in and immediately pops Duo Dagger's duo skill. How will Fieri respond? Okay, they just moved Robin up one space. Very safe move. But Bell is out for blood. Carla smites Seliph up and thanks to Dagger has an absolutely massive Kanto range. Seliph now controls a massive part of the map. But Brave Hector pivots into position. Chrom goes for the Change Fate to get the extra movement from Seliph, and then Asker moves into position once again, extending the range thanks to Pathfinder. Bell goes for the swap with Seliph, and what this does is it extends Brave Chrom's range due to Pathfinder. But they just walk into a massive trap set up by Team West. Team West ends turn. Now comes the big question. Can Brave Chrom kill Hector? And the answer is no. So Bell is left putting Dagger into position. Now, Team West did give up some capture points here, but they made 2 massive plays in round 1 that are easy to miss. First, they outclassed Duo Dagger's Pathfinder skill. This means the rest of the match will be safer, because Bell won't have access to that again. But the much bigger play here is the mind games involving these captain skills. Now, as spectators, we can see both teams' captain skills. While playing, Bell has no idea what captain skill Yuri currently has. Typically, Yuri goes for a Flash of Steel captain skill with lethality, or even a Adroit captain to get no follow-up. But Team West went with Headlong Rush, and as we can see, Yuri can warp right through those trees and kills Carla. This is a massive play. Carla was the key for Bell winning this matchup. And best of all, the AoE also hits Seliph, and now his miracle is turned off. Bell's in dire straits. They have to use Dagger to win this game now, or it's all over. Now Dagger can attempt to get the revenge kill here, but she actually misses the kill. Bell goes for the to change fate with Chrom, and Fieri repos Yuri out of danger. Fieri has a massive advantage in this game. If Bell can't find a way to get past Vector, this game is gonna be over. Bell moves up Chrom so that Dagger can teleport with Oath 4 and tries to kill Hector, but Fieri just pulls Hector out of range. Asker moves into position while Raphael dances up Yuri. Bell goes for the swap on Dagger, trying to get her in range to threaten the enemy team. It seems unfortunately Yuri is losing the matchup against Dagger due to speed preempt. And Robin can't secure the cure on Chrom. Fieri moves Yuri into the position to threaten the melee units next turn. And Bell decides to end turn to get the first action. Fieri goes in though and does some big chip damage to Chrom and ensures they don't lose out on any capture points. Bell gets the first action for round 3, but unfortunately for Bell, no one is able to take out Vector once again, and Dagger misses the kill on Robin. Bell ends up deciding to get some chip damage in with Asker. This not only weakens Hector a bit, but also turns off his Pavis, which could leave Hector open to get killed. But Fieri is having none of that and blows up Duo Dagger with a massive Ignis. Bell has lost their only ranged threat and win condition. Oh, but Hector is killable and goes down. But Fieri answers with a kill of their own from Yuri, getting those captain skill points. Self gets the revenge kill on Robin, but now Bell is out of actions. Raphael goes for the dance on Yuri. It seems Fieri is just deciding to stall out the game and take the safe approach. But they finish the game off by murdering the evil Emperor Seliph, and Team West ties the tournament. We're going into the final match, Super Pokagal versus Dark. Can Super Pokagal beat one of the best players in the world, or will Dark shut down the comeback and claim victory for Team East? Representing the hopes and dreams of the West, Super Pokagal has chosen to bring legendary Alm as her captain with the Droid Captain skill, allowing him to run a full sweep build. She also has brought Sonya, who offers massive map control and big AoEs. The team is supported by Winter Cordelia, and we have another powerful tech option in the form of legendary Myrrh. Myrrh can shut down warping with her warp bubble effect, and then lastly we have Valentine's Lucina acting as the mobile far save. Representing the power and dominance of the East, we have the one and only Dark. Dark has decided to bring legendary Shez as their captain with Flash of Steel, which will allow Shez to attack 4 times in a row and proc lethality. They also have Ninja Camilla, and once again, we have the new powerful Guidance 4 to give the team some extreme mobility. Supporting the team is Duo Asker, allowing the team to have some pre-charged specials. We also have a frontline Alir with Canto Control, and finally a far save for Mortis, but notably there is no hardy fighter here. Super Pokagal has the first move. She does a quick drawback with Myrrh, Dark follows suit with a drawback with FOMO. Super Pokagal continues with a safe opening, and Dark does the same. Super Pokagal goes for the Future Vision with Lucina and puts Myrrh into position to stop the warping. This shuts down a lot of Guidance 4's power. Both teams continue to set their formations, and Super Pokagal pops Sonya's duo skill to charge the team's specials. Dark follows suit and does the same with Duo Asker. Okay, we go into round 2 with Pokagal making the first move. She Future Visions with Lucina, applying the neutralized bonus buff to Lucina and notably Sonya. But Dark goes in! Camilla destroys Lucina! Team West has lost their far save! Now Team West can answer with a revenge kill here, but can they win the trading war without a far save? Super Pokagal decides to go in with Cordelia, getting the kill and taking advantage of that hardy bearing. Dark goes for a reposition with Asker to threaten the Cordelia, but Myrrh pulls her back and protects her from Alir's charge. But this does leave Shez open and teleport around. Dark decides to end turn with Alir, and Alm swaps with Cordelia, allowing him to threaten Alir. Not only that, it puts Cordelia in the perfect position to let Sonya warp and threaten Asker. Dark doesn't seem scared and moves Shez into position. Super Pokagal pops Cordelia's harmonic skill, giving treachery to Sonya. But Mortis is out of position. Sonya goes in and gets the kill! Shez and Alir are at 1 HP. This is a massive play from Team West. Okay, Alir gets the revenge kill on Sonya and bounces out of danger with Close Call. But Super Pokagal goes in with the aggressive play and draws back Alm with Myrrh. A genius play from Team West. If Shez attacks from the bottom, Alm gets a free revenge kill on Shez and gets 4 points for the captain on captain kill. But if Shez attacks from the top, Cordelia can get the kill. Dark's back is against the wall. Dark moves FOMO down to protect with the far save, but Alm is going in and he's quadding. Alm gets the kill. Now Dark is stuck. If they go for the kill on Alm with Shez, Super Pokagal can end turn and kill Shez. And if they go for the kill on Myrrh, then Alm can kill Shez. Dark takes out Myrrh, and Super Pokagal ends turn. Alm kills Shez, and that's GG. Team West wins. Super Pokagal and Team West complete the comeback and win the first International Summer Duels tournament. What an absolutely amazing set of games for some of the best Summer Duels players in the entire world. It really came down to the final game, and what a game it was. I'd like to extend a massive congratulations to Team West and a big GG to Team East for playing amazingly. This was one hell of a tournament, and I'm so excited to see more tournaments like this. I'd like to give a big thanks to Maskilraid for helping to facilitate this tournament and allowing me to cover it. A link to their Twitch channel will be in the description down below. I'd also want to thank all the players from both teams and the tournament organizers on both sides. Win or lose, this was a great event, and I can't thank you enough for participating in it. I hope this ends up being a step in the correct direction for Summoner Duels and tournaments in general. But now I'd love to hear from all of you. Did you enjoy this tournament? Does this make you more excited for Summoner Duels? And would you be willing to watch more tournaments like this in the future? These events can take a lot of time and effort to put together, so I'd love to hear your feedback and opinions. Once again, I'd like to thank my members for their support, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out my other Summer Duels content, and like and subscribe of course. This has been Oblivion, catch you later.